Hey, welcome to my channel. This is going to be the quickest ever pedicure before going away to the coast. So I'm obviously in desperate need. I think it's been like 2 weeks. I usually do a pedicure like every 2 weeks. So I think it's like 2 weeks grown out and then it's like a little bit chipped on the top. So usually I would tear up a cotton pad and soak it in acetone, but I was being really lazy, so I didn't even tear up the cotton pad. I was using a lint-free wipe just because it is easier for if you're gonna paint your nails immediately to use a lint-free wipe, because you don't get like all of the I don't know what they're called, but like the string bits that hang off a cotton pad. So I'm using a lint-free wipe and I've soaked it in acetone and I'm just going through my nails and just soaking each nail, or with my toes it's kind of easier because they're a bit smaller, so I can do like 2 at a time. So this I've like cut it a little bit, so it maybe took like 5 minutes. It took almost no time, but I let each nail soak for a time. I really struggled to get off this old pink color that I had from ages ago off my nails. Obviously because I do a pedicure every 2 weeks, the cuticle is really grown out, so I'm using this Sally Hansen cuticle remover, and you basically just put it on along the cuticle and then you leave it for 15 seconds and then you use my trusty metal cuticle pusher. So yeah, doing a pedicure every 2 weeks means that every time you do it, it has to be a little bit longer of a process, because you have to push back the cuticles every single time and use a cuticle remover, because I found the cuticles on my toes are really stubborn. I guess this is because I don't push them back very often, so then they grow a little bit longer. But basically we're going for like a nice beachy pedicure. So I've got like a bit of a tan and we're going to go for like a nice bright white. And I just use regular polish on my toes because I don't want to have to go through the removal process. So you can see I'm like scraping gently, but a lot of cuticle is coming off of the nail plate. So basically the idea is that we get all the cuticle off the nail plate and then the polish lasts longer and looks nicer. On my pinky toe, it's way harder to push them back. I don't know why. Like they just really the cuticle grows so long, and my pinky toes are like kind of uneven. They've got like ridges on them, so it's really hard to push them. So I just push them as best as I can. I kind of go through like over and over again because I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the cuticle. So you can see loads of like gunk is coming off. And so that lint-free wipe, I re-soak in acetone and then I wipe off the gunk, the old cuticle. And this basically means that it's super quick. Like I said, I'm doing a super quick process. Sometimes I will remove the polish and then like overnight do like a like foot mask. You know those like foot sock things, the moisture socks? I will do that overnight and then do the polish the next day. But this I was trying to do really, really quickly. So I had some cuticle hanging off, so I'm using these Miley cuticle trimmers. Now, obviously be careful with these because they're really sharp, but I'm literally just cutting where it's really obvious, where there's like bits that are clearly off the nail plate. I'm really trying not to cut, the actual skin. I'm just cutting like the flakes of cuticle. So I use this polish called Gel Rehab by Nails Inc, and it's really nice because it has like a milky color to it. So if you're using a white polish, I just find that the white polish applies a little better over the top of this. So, and also it dries really quickly, so it's a nice base coat for your toes. And also Nails Inc, I find when you go on the actual website, they often have sales on. So they're really reasonably priced. I really like their polishes, honestly. So I'm using this other Nails Inc polish that came in a set. I think it was like a Christmas set. This one's called Baker's Muse. I think the set was called Red Velvet Please. And it was like a Christmas set with like really nice reds and like a glittery red. And then I'm pretty sure. And then a white. So yeah, this is the white from that. But honestly, this is a bit old now. And I realized as I was filming this video that it's kind of gone a bit gloopy now. So I probably do need to get like another white polish. So I'll either get something from, like I said, I do like Nails Inc, but I generally like Nails Inc's kits more, and I do have loads of polishes, so I don't really need like a lot of other polishes. I just need white. I really like Essie. What is it called? That it's like, I think it's called Gel by Essie, but it's not actually gel, so it's really confusing. But it's like a polish that dries really quickly and lasts for a long time. I'm thinking of getting maybe that one because I do like those ones. They're like a bit more expensive, but I always really rate them. So with the white, obviously it applies quite streaky on the first coat. Don't panic, it's fine. Especially obviously, like I said, because mine's a bit gloopy and I was really struggling to apply it. But I did 2 coats on most of my nails, and then I think on my big toe I actually ended up doing 3 coats because the opacity was just not there. I realized obviously I did get a little bit on the skin, like a tiny bit, and I'm never that worried to clean that up because it generally will come off. But if you were worried to clean it up, you could use a brush soaked in acetone and just wipe over. So this is like a little pre-holiday, and pre-holiday is always like, I love a holiday, but pre-holiday is always really stressful, you know, there's always loads to do. So basically we're going to like a property in Wales, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it's like not near any shops or restaurants or things, so we have to kind of plan really carefully like what we're going to eat and things like that. And then I always get stressed packing and I don't know why. So yeah, there's like a little bit of stress before a holiday. I also really like to get my gym workouts and everything all done before a holiday, ideally, but I haven't been feeling that well. I had like an anxious week, and then, you know, when you're anxious and your immune system drops off, so then I've been hit with an ear infection, so I haven't been able to train consistently. So I think I'm gonna have to train a little bit while we're away. So then I take this top coat, and it's the 45-second top coat by Nails Inc. This is an entire Nails Inc pedicure pretty much, isn't it, apart from the Sally Hansen cuticle remover. But yeah, I really like this for a pedicure because Christ knows nobody has time to wait for their toes to dry for a long time, right? And this day, like I said, I was particularly busy, so this means that your toes will dry a lot quicker. I wouldn't say 45 seconds, I'd say 45 seconds maybe dry to the touch, but because I did this real quick, each coat wasn't dry before I did this, so it meant that there was like a lot of wet nail polish underneath this. But yeah, this is the final look. Looks cute, hey? Don't forget to comment below what you thought and also what you'd like to see next. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, by the time you guys see this, I'll already be on holiday. The next video I've already filmed before I went away, and it's nail care treatments.